Alright guys, just a short video here. When there are two terms on the denominator and one term or both terms are surds, then we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate. This is continuing on with rationalizing the denominator. We need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate. So what is the conjugate? State the conjugate of the following. It's the exact same expression, guys, but we need to change the sign in between the terms. Plus becomes a minus. Square root of 2 plus square root of 5. And yep, that plus, you guessed it, is going to become a minus. So square root 3 minus 2. Okay, that's what the conjugate is of those expressions. So let's rationalize the following denominator. Okay, it's going to be this term here times. We need to times it by the conjugate on both the numerator and the denominator. So 2 plus root 3 over 2 plus root 3. Okay, so the numerator, 1 times 2 is just 2. Positive times a positive, positive. 1 times square root 3 is square root 3. On the denominator, we can see, and this is going to happen all the time, guys, you're going to have this difference of two squares. They're the exact same expressions, except one has a minus, one has a plus. Okay, so remembering difference of two squares, it's going to be the first term squared minus the second term squared. Okay, now we just need to simplify. The numerator won't change, guys. Let's keep the numerator as it is. The denominator is going to be, well, 2 squared is 4, minus the square root of 3 squared is just 3. Simplifying, that denominator is going to become a 1. So 2 plus the square root of 3 over 1, or just simplified to that being our answer. Good job, guys. All right, this one here. Maybe pause the video, have a go, and then check your answer with me. All right, let's have a look. So we write out our fraction. To rationalize this denominator, because there are two terms, we need to multiply by the conjugate. So that plus in between our two terms is going to become a minus. Okay, on the numerator, 2 times 5 gives us 10. A positive times a negative will be negative. And 2 times 2 square root 3 will be 4 root 3. On the denominator now, once again, we have this difference of two squares. So the first term squared minus the second term squared. We need to square both the numbers in the second term. All right, let's have a look. The numerator won't change. So 10 minus 4 root 3. Always look to see if you can simplify the surd. In the case of it being 3, we can't. 5 squared will be 25. Minus 2 squared is 4. Times the square root of 3 squared will just be 3. Okay. So just remembering order of operations, the numerator won't change. 4 times 3 is 12. So what we've got is 25 minus 12. And 25 minus 12 is 13. There's our answer, guys. That's how you rationalize the denominator when you have two terms on the denominator.